Yes. Live in the studio. It's a happy new year for those of you that probably will be seeing me for the first time in the studio. This is Starr Radio UK, where we're making things happen. It's a freestyle. We're not live, but we're also live because we are live on Facebook anyway. But this is where we make things happen. This is where we've been giving you all the report that is happening all over the world on Monday, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. Starr Radio UK. I'm sure this is the most beautiful Afro-Caribbean radio station in London. There's a lot that is happening. There's a lot of things that we'll be bringing to you in the next couple of days and weeks. This is where we roll things, right here in the studio. As you can see, these are all our beautiful gadgets. And if you're wondering, why, things in terms of my own show, but we will be coming back, soon. But the most important thing is this is a freestyle. It's a Friday where it's been a very long day so far. I'm sure for those of you that have been following all the pickpocket of information, the pictures, let us keep the hope that one day we will get there as a country where we could have 24 hours electricity, transportation, infrastructure, police station, the hospital, so many things that we can do. But right now, I'm just in the studio with the producer. We've been having a lot of conversation, a lot of things that we'll be bringing later on to to the members of the public. But we are working behind the scene. I can tell you that there's a lot that we are doing behind the scene to make things happen. As we're connecting with Nigeria, we're connecting with Ghana, we're also connecting with Kenya, we're connecting globally as well. But it is a beautiful day so far, and I'm sure there will be so much in the near couple of weeks that will also be bringing to you. I've said it. 2018 is going to be a very, very busy one. It is going to be busy, and I hope a lot of you will be able to, at one point as well, be able to gain so many things. In terms of network, we really want to work close to all African countries. We want to make sure that things are happening from any point of time. So make sure you stay tuned to us. But this is the studio where we make things happen, on a day-to-day basis. We give the update. As I was giving the update in Nigeria for 76 days, this is my first time back in the studio since I've been back from Nigeria myself. But, I'm sure a lot of you have been listening to my update within Monday to Friday with Frank and Archie. But this is where we all make it happen, and I'm sure we'll be having more more things coming up later on. I'm still right here in the studio. It's a freestyle. If you want to join the conversation, you could also let me know, and I'll bring you in maybe for the next 10-15 minutes before I wrap up this very, very beautiful freestyle. Things will eventually happen, but also we're gonna make it happen as well. I'm sure you'll probably be listening to some of the music at the background as well, but this is where we make things happen. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki, right in the studio. This is Starr Radio UK, your finest Afro-Caribbean radio station. Right there, as you can see, this is where we make things happen, with all the beautiful gadgets. A lot of lighting as well in the studio, and we're also doing some few things that we'll be announcing to you later on as well. But right now, you're live with me in the studio, and this is where we make things happen. Yes, I'm sure you can hear the music at the background as well. Once again, it is a Friday evening. It's very, very cold, and it's just a freestyle that I'm doing right here in the studio. Let's take you around a little bit. This is also where we, after each of the presenter finish their show, they will bring in their guests and take pictures and all that. This is Starr Radio UK, again your finest Afro-Caribbean station in London. We're on Facebook, on Twitter, on our Starr Radio UK, or you can also follow us on Facebook, Starr Radio UK, and we're also on Skype, and the studio email at starradiouk.com. Once again, this is where all is happening. A lot of news will be coming up. A lot of all the programs that the station have will also be coming up very soon. But we will definitely be keeping you closely up to date, with so many things that is happening, not just in the United Kingdom, but also in Nigeria. The election is getting closer, and we already saw a lot of letters, statements, reply from the former president Olusegun Obasanjo to the Alhaji Lai Mohammed, replying back to that same statement. We've been hearing of a lot of third movement, and I'm sure with 67 political parties, we will have a lot to talk about. We've got the Welfare Party, we've got Federal Movement of Nigeria, we've got the Red Card, so many, we've got Kowa Party, there's just so many of them, and we will be looking into that as well. So something that might be able to be hitting up in terms of the election as it's coming up next year. We'll be working closely with a lot of groups, with a lot of campaign strategy. I've also been told, I don't know if that would definitely happen, but there's the information that Pastor Tunde Bakari will be in London on the 3rd of February, right very close to me in Tottenham, where he's going to be speaking to the diaspora. Well, we will look forward to that as well. And also there's so much happening. 2018 is where things is definitely going to be happening, and we will be bringing a lot of that as well right from here, when we'll be speaking to millions of viewers globally, especially with Nigerian politics. The election is coming up. Thank you very much, all the way from Milton Keynes. I can see the thumbs up there. But this is, if you're wondering where am I, I'm right inside the studio, and I'm just doing a freestyle. I'm not live today. I've just come down to speak to the producer and see some of the things that we'll be working on later on between now and 2018. If you're looking for information, if you're looking for the best radio station to get you connect, or you're looking to get your program, your show, or you want to sponsor, do get in touch. All the way from Nigeria, I could see you logged in, Taiwo, Akitunde. Well, it is a beautiful Friday, and let's see how we run the show right there in the studio. It is, let's show you. This is where things happen, and the keyboard, the monitor screen, and the camera security is very important. When it comes to radio station as well. But if you're still thinking, whether or not you want to be part of, a movement, well, we will be talking about a lot of that, because there's a lot happening, within the Nigeria community. Thank you very much to Councillor Shade Bright that took us all the way to Backing today. We had the celebrating the maturity. Wow, that was really mind-blowing. How are you doing? I'm very well. Ade Doyin, Ade Nika, Ade Joke. Thank you very much for joining. I'm just in my studio right here, where I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing some of my posts in terms of my picture. That is going to be my next thing. I will start taking more pictures of different stations. I will do more different live coverage as well while I'm in, moving around London. As I was coming into West Croydon, and I saw, and if you want to be part of this program, you can also send me a friend request in terms of invite, and I'll bring you on board. While I was at the West Croydon, I saw the trams. I was coming out of the station, and the trams were there, the buses were there, and a lot of things were coming up to my mind. can we transform Iyanokpaja to that same platform? Can we change, some of those locations? I was in Ikeja once and I saw the train going towards Oshodi, and people were sitting right on top of the train. And sometimes, you see some of this image and it makes you wonder, when, how, what time are we really going to move, the country in terms of infrastructure? Infrastructure is very, very important. And until the government could invest heavily, in terms of the infrastructure, we will continue to struggle. If we don't have 24 hours electricity, you can imagine running, a kind of, studio like this. You will have to be on generator 24/7. We need a lot to be done. The vice president, I know, is in Birmingham. We're monitoring that as well with the summit. And, some of the information coming out, I'm sure a lot of you must have been reading that as well online, when the vice president said, even with insecurity in Nigeria, we can still have investors coming in. I'll let you decide on that. But the question is, how are we going to move Nigeria forward? As an individual, as a group of people, as a political party, whatever you think, you need to make sure you become something to move the country forward. We've done a lot of talking, but right now we need to put action in plan. Starr Radio will be really, monitoring the development in terms of the election, the news. We're going to be having so much, right here in this studio. I tell you that there will be a lot coming out. We will have different guests that will be giving us up-to-date information, what is happening, in each of the 774 local government coming down towards the election. While I'm going to be in Nigeria, I will also be reporting back, to this studio as well. So you make sure you stay tuned, for more news and information about that. If you also want to get some of our details, this is where, you could be able to connect with us. While they are transmitting all the time, they'll come in on Facebook, and they'll also be showing on YouTube. And then we're also showing on Twitter. The technology is there now. So when the station is running on any of our platform, you can watch it, on all of these three, platform. You can watch it from the YouTube, from the Twitter, from the Facebook. So make sure you connect or share the page as well. You can also download the apps, from the Google Play. You could download the Starr Radio apps, or also from the, Apple Store. So, first in news, best in music, great in entertainment. And I'm sure you could listen to a little bit of the background, Doroguchi was just being played there. And this is where, things, does happen. So, again, it's just a freestyle with myself right here in the studio. My producer is very busy at the back door there. He's working extremely hard, and details of that we will give it to you in the next couple of days. But I can tell you, the station is working, very hard, to connect with the community. It is important that we connect to the community so that we can bring you the best, and the best at all time. So let us make sure that as we're enjoying this beautiful Friday, let us also pray for all the souls that have actually departed. We know the Jitunubu, may so rest in perfect peace, died yesterday, and so many people as well must have given up their ghost. But while we are still alive, let's make use of it. This is myself, still in the studio. There is not a live program, but right now it's just a freestyle. I hope you're enjoying the music as well. And this is Starr Radio UK, your finest Afro-Caribbean radio station in London. And this is where we make things happen. Yes, may their soul rest in perfect peace. There's a lot of people that have died today. I saw a very nasty accident in Nigeria today. But what can we say? We just continue to pray that the government do the right thing and make sure that everyone, lives and property is also, being looked after. But as you can see, there's a lot of, keyboard. This is a very big keyboard that controls, what is going out, and we will give you more information. I can confirm that, the studio have got a very big project coming up, and this will also engage not just those living in the United Kingdom, will also be beneficial to those living outside the country. More details of that will be coming to you very, very soon. But I can tell you that whatever you're doing, whether you're just into a small trade, or you're into music, or you're into film editing, whatever you're doing, Starr Radio UK is moving to the next platform, moving to the next level, and we'll be able to bring the best, out of it. So make sure you stay tuned. A lot of, equipment, as you can see there. This is what we are saying. A lot of Nigerians want to do the same thing, but the enabling environment sometimes, it's very difficult, to make it happen. So we will do a very beautiful coverage sometime next week. So I want you to stay tuned when, I will have the producer, I will have my other co-presenters as well, Mr. Archie, and we'll be giving you, a lot of in-depth of information in regard to what Starr Radio is planning ahead, for everyone, for the youth, for individuals that can be of benefit to you. So make sure you're part of that as well. Starr Radio UK, we're moving to the next level, and I will break that news to you next week. But we've been having a lot of meeting. I've just come out of the meeting as well, and I can tell you there's a lot happening, and there's a lot happening. I've told you before, 2018 is just so much that we'll be bringing to you. I know the NDDIS are having a very beautiful program as well coming up with technology. Information on that can be checked on the Chief Bimbo Folayan or also David Smith. Also, we're going to be, just a little help. Immigration surgery is coming up. There's something happening in central London tomorrow. I'm going to get more information on that, but I hope to be there as well. Yeah, sorry, that was a phone call. So, so much is going to be taking place. I mentioned on Monday, I'm going to be giving you a live coverage of a burial ceremony of Mr. Greg Abani. He died, may he so rest in perfect peace. He died last year, and he will be buried on Monday. So be expecting a full live coverage of that burial ceremony, from the house to the church, and also to the Enfield, crematorium where he's going to be buried. If you're living in London and you want to be part of it as well, information of that is already on the Facebook, and I'll be reposting that as well. It will be buried from 12 p.m. When there's going to be the church service. So we're going to be bringing that to you. That will be on Monday. And then also there will be the Just a Little immigration surgery. And we know also Juliet Macapilla will be coming live on Thursday as well. So be expecting Juliet Macapilla. Juliet Macapilla is the founder of the UK Africa Diaspora Forum. So Juliet will be live with you on Thursday. And also Pastor Tunde Bakare will be in London on the 3rd of February. And there's few events upcoming in November. There's going to be a car rally show with Walk and Play. I'm sure a lot of you saw the Auto Fiesta that I was showing you live while I was in Nigeria. There's another one called Walk and Play. There's a lot of event coming up. There's 10 different car shows coming up in Nigeria between now and end of the year. We'll be working closely with a lot of an organization as well in Nigeria. We'll be bringing you Basheda Focus Disability. We'll be transmitting something hopefully very soon to you all the way from Lagos. I'm not in Lagos, but I can tell you I have eyes in Lagos that can do the coverage even if I'm not in Lagos. So we'll be transmitting something all the way from Lagos in the next couple of days. Details of that through Focus Disability. So we will be giving you a live coverage. I think it's going to be about 2 hours. So if you really want us to be part of what you're doing, do get in touch with us and we will make it happen. But right now, as you can see, I'm live in the studio, Starr Radio UK, where we'll be making things happen. I would like to continue to pray for the safety of our big brother that is making his way all the way from Budapest to Nigeria. And I can tell you he's moving closer and closer. But let us continue to pray for him as he's moving towards the Sahara Desert. Olatunde. So make sure you can check him out on Facebook. If you want us to bring out what you're doing, promote, advertise, and also get a large viewers, when I'm talking about at least, large numbers of viewers, to watch your events as it's happening live, do make sure you get in touch with us. This time last week, Friday, I was at a Chief Alex Ikweme when they were giving him a tribute, the Ebonyi community right here in the United Kingdom. And I'm sure over 1,000 people have watched the video and people are still watching it as well. Yesterday, wow, we were at the Release Your Sound, very powerful, with my very good friend, brother, Pastor Dabo David. It was a very powerful one, and I'm sure a lot of you really enjoyed it as well. This Saturday is going to be another very busy one, and on Sunday we will also be giving you, I won't be doing any work this Sunday, I can tell you that. We had a work last week Sunday when we were giving 2 hours work for the IDP. More of that will be coming up as well, I can tell you that. But also this Sunday it might just be a football match, live coverage I will be showing you. But on Monday I will be giving you a live coverage of Mr. Greg Abani. It will be buried on Monday, so that will be coming live to you. Once again, it's Olayomi Koiki, all the way from Croydon at the Starr Radio UK studio, where we're going to be making things happen. Election. Nigeria election is coming up, and it's going to be a very hot one. And we'll be doing a lot of that debate, information, right here, whether I'm in the studio or I'm outside the studio, we'll be transmitting live to you as the election is breaking. So there's a special program that will be coming up for the 2019 election that will kickstart in the next couple of days. So make sure you stay tuned to that, so that you could be part of it as well. There's a lot of people that are talking about it. The former president Olusegun Obasanjo released a letter. The federal government of Nigeria have responded to that letter as well, and I'm sure a lot of you have been able to hear the two views. So it is important that we can also bring to you some of all these 69 political parties. Who are there? Who is behind them? What is their agenda? What is their mission and objective? To move Nigeria out of where we are now. If you say some of what I was showing you, I was at London Bridge and I was able to show you deep inside this, the station, a live coverage. If you've missed that video, just go back a little bit on my wall and you'll be able to see and compare. We can make it happen in Nigeria as well. It is possible, but we need the right government to move us to the next level. My 36 state project is coming up. I can tell you we'll be in Nigeria very soon, and we'll give you which state we're going to be starting up with. But we already have a lot of requests for a particular state. I don't know why. But there's a request that we visit a particular state, but we will visit all the 36 states, not just in one go, but between now and end of 2018. But right now, let's listen to Duro. Once again, this is the Starr Radio UK official studio, and this is where we make things happen. My name again is Olayomi Koiki, and I'll be back again sometime tomorrow. Or if there's any breaking news, be rest assured you'll be getting it all the way from me. Good evening. Whatever you're doing, let us continue to remember our health is very important. Check your health, check your BP, check on someone as well. and let us be, conscious of what we drink and what we take in. I saw it out of one of those elderly women, at the event today. She's gonna be 92, by end of May, and I can see. And I asked her. She said to me, she eats very well and she doesn't get worried about anything. There's a lot of pressure out there, but you have to take it easy, and that will be my own, point of view. Thank you very much for those of you that have logged in. I've seen Ken Black, my brother there, doing great things as well in the media. And I can see also Mr. Hope Frederick. Thank you very much for joining. Alaputa Peter, thank you for joining as well. Ezekiel, thank you for joining. Temitayo, and all the way from Lagos, Abiola Olaniyo, Lucinia Divina, thank you for joining. Bernard Amula, thank you for joining. Mrs. Adewanya Denike, thank you for joining. Taiwo, Koiki Abayomi, thank you for joining. Aliyu Mustafa, and some of you that Facebook doesn't allow me to see. Wherever you're watching, let us keep remembering Nigeria has to be great. I don't know about you, but in my own time, I will do everything to make sure Nigeria is great. And I hope you've got your PVC. If you haven't got your PVC, make sure you have your PVC. Thank you for joining all the way from London. Mr. Larry Iho. I hope you've also been enjoying the Alex Ikweme. Go on my YouTube and see some of the videos that we've posted before, and I can tell you some of the videos that we've done in the last couple of days will be going on YouTube by sometime, if I'm not too tired, because I get tired as well. I'm not a machine, so don't think I'm a machine. A lot of people think I don't sleep. I do sleep. I take a lot of sleep, and I sleep mostly in the afternoon, and I rest a lot, and sometimes I just switch off, no phone, nothing, because with your phone you could get distracted a lot of WhatsApp group, and I can tell you, I think I'm in about almost roughly, let me see how many groups I've got together in total. I think I've got over 14 groups. I'm inside different 14 groups, so you can imagine, the kind of information. But one was very useful yesterday, and I'm sure maybe I will allow them to give me the permission to share how to set up a snail farming. Wow, that was real details. I thought I'd know more about snail farming. For those of you, snail farming Igbi. Igbi is being sold in London here, well prepared, at £8. That is quite expensive. So we need more of snail to be traveling all the way from Nigeria, so that maybe the price will drop down. £8, for a portion of Igbi in London. And this particular group, wow, mind blowing. I learned so much just in under half an hour, reading the amount of money you can make, when it comes to snail farming business. Thank you very much all the way from North London. Jinodu Adeshoga. I hope my little boy is fine, and the missus as well. I know when people log in, sometimes I have the, that would tell me that somebody's logged in. And I know where everyone logs in, maybe a few people that I don't have an idea. It is not a live show in the studio, but I'm right in the studio on the live Facebook. It is a very beautiful Friday, and I will be leaving the studio, heading back home. But trust me, London is 24 hours, so I will have something to show you before I get back home. It is expensive. I was traveling on the London transport. I've been traveling. People have been saying it, but it's costing money as well. £12.70 for 1 day travel card. How much is that in Naira? Let's even say the exchange rate today is 480 Naira to £1. It's crazy. So you're looking at almost 5,000 Naira. But the beauty of it is I've been able to travel as fast as possible. If everybody have this opportunity in Nigeria, where you buy 5,000 Naira voucher and you can travel from Agege on the train, zoom to Lagos Island, and you could go back into Ijorabadia, or you could go into Oshodi. It will be so nice. But sometimes that traffic is killing. Especially Friday like this. It looks like the world is coming to an end in Nigeria. We will get there as a country. It is a tough time, but the most important thing is tell someone, get your PVC, so that we can all vote out the wrong people and vote in the right people. We can't wait anymore for those that are telling us in 2018 that the change is coming. The decision to make Nigeria great is in your hand, it's in my own hand. If I'm able to travel, a lot of you saw those pictures and videos, it is possible. I hope you've paid your rent too. Once again, thank you very much. And, there's a lot happening. Olamide will be in Germany with my own very good brother, Emma Prince. It's going to be a very beautiful one. We will give you more information on that. There's a lot happening, but we will continue to update you as it's happening. God will win only if you work as well towards it. And that is the beauty of it. Odaro.